So to start off this video, I feel the need to explain the important differences between global warming and climate change. Seeing how some people think that climate change and global warming are the same thing, that is something that is actually not very true. Climate change is the whole planet's climate that has gone through changes over a long time. Things including temperature, rainfall, snow, and even wind patterns. And global warming is basically the increase in our planet's temperature over time ever since the Industrial Revolution, because of greenhouse gases and burning of fossil fuels. Now see, back then, during the 19th century of the Industrial Revolution, not many people probably thought about the effects that it would have of emitting greenhouse gases and all of this, factories being built, and of burning fossil fuels that would have on our planet. So when you think about global warming in general, what do you visualize?
Just throwing another tire on the fire for global warming, Mr. Krabs.
Well, most people with no knowledge about the subject would probably visualize something like this. Most naysayers about global warming will just tell you that it's all just climate change. And one of the myths that's used by some non-believers is that 97% of scientists agree on climate change. But then again, 92% of all statistics are made up, so... And before I get to the point about why this is super untrue, it's important to know that science is not determined by solidarity, it's determined by truth. Although there is some truth to the fact that climate change does increase and decrease temperatures of Earth over periods of time. After staying up late one night on YouTube searching nothing but global warming and climate change videos, I came across this video that has a graph that shows the cycles over time of climate change and how at one point in time it's gonna get hot and then the other point in time it gets down to cold again and then it goes back up to hot and then cold and hot. Which is a pretty good argument to use for the non-believers since this is kind of a fact. An argument that's used a lot for global warming believers is that the ice is melting in Antarctica. But actually, as it turns out, NASA has reported that the ice sheets have actually increased instead of decreased over the past few years. Antarctica gained 112 billion tons of ice from the year 1992 to 2001. And that Antarctica isn't even contributing to sea level rise. So then why is it getting so hot?
I asked the Lord to make it warm. I did not say, Lord, please bring the devil from hell and have him sit his ass crack on earth. That's not what I asked for.
Just this past year, we had record-breaking numbers in temperature rise. But at the same time, we've had record-breaking winters, showing that our temperature's never been that cold for decades.
Why we're having the coldest air in decades. And
one thing that is pretty scary though is the rise in sea level. A lot of research shows that the rise in sea levels, which is 0.27 millimeters per year, is due to humans' effect to our planet and atmosphere. Now take Florida for example. The state of Florida shows just how scary rising sea levels can be, and I can show you just how scary it can be. So here we have a little play-along map of Florida here, and you can adjust the meters of sea level rise here, and as you can see, if we go down to 0, not much here. You can go to 5 here, you can see all the effects down here, Miami Beach. Go all the way up here, and Disney World is gone. Overall, I don't think that I got enough information to get to the answer to my question. And if global warming truly does exist, it definitely needs to be taken into more priority when it comes to fixing it. I even got to hear the presidential candidates' opinions on global warming. But seeing how that neither of them are scientists when it comes to that sort of thing, all I really took away from it while listening was
blah 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 blah.
Climate change.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.